All right, so now we're on number 10 of the packet 6, page 6, number 10. So here's our problem. We have this polynomial. We want to first find the degree of the function. So that's looking at the highest power on this function, and we can see that's x to the 6th power. So that means that our degree of function is 6. So that means that we have 6 intercepts, x-intercepts, if we graph this. So we're going to see if that's the case here in a sec. But let's first, let's find the leading coefficient next. So because x to the 6 is our highest power, our leading coefficient is going to be 4. It's the number or coefficients that's next to the highest power. So 4 is our leading coefficient. Okay, so looking at this here, drawing our graph, we're going to need to graph this function in our graphing calculator. So I'm going to switch the camera to the graphing calculator. There we go. Let's turn this on. Okay, grab your graphing calculator here. I already have it on, but I need to get it in the graphing mode. So I need to get to y equals. So I'm going to press this button. I'm going to clear any problems that I had before. And so our function for number 10 is 4. I'm going to press 4x, and it's to the 6th power. So remember, power button. The arrow button gives you your exponent, 6. Then you use your arrow key to come down, minus 3x to the 2nd power. Then we're going to come down, plus 5x, and what else? Minus 2. Minus, let's see here, 2. Okay, let's check that that looks correct. I think so. 3x, 5x, and let me make sure that that was a 4, and it is. Okay, so I'm going to hit graph. And notice that my screen is kind of zoomed in, right? That's because of the previous problem I was working on. So what I'm going to do to get that 10 by 10 graph again is I'm going to hit zoom, and I'm going to hit standard. So that's button number 6. So I'm going to press 6 to get a standard graph. So notice now the coordinate system is a 10 by 10. So 10 up, 10 to the right as well. And I get this graph here. And so I can see from this graph that there is a point, an interception here and an interception here, so 2. So I am going to pause this here, and we are going to take a look at our packet again, and now we're going to draw this, sketch this on our graph. Okay, so graphing this on our graph, it looks kind of like it goes down a little bit. Then it kind of like wiggles a little, goes back up. So we can see that with this one here, there are 2 interceptions. And looking at this here, let me see. We have 2 real because we can actually see them. But it says here, ooh, my bad. It says here on our degree of function that we should have had 6 intercepts, right? So we're the other 4. Well, in that case, because we can't see them, the other 4 are imaginary. And now we have to find the end behavior. So I'm going to put some arrows on my graph, but I can see that the left side is pointing up. It's just pointing up. And the right side is also, looks like it's pointing up, right? So that side's also pointing up. So both of our ends are pointing up in this case. And we've already filled out everything, so we are done.